y'all, this is Marley K. I hope y'all are well. Got a story that I want to share with you. Nobody's talking about, just came out today. It said, and it's, I'm sorry, from Watcher.Guru. It came out on November 15th, 2023. It says 155 countries signed Belt and Road Initiative with China for trade. Look at the dollar on fire. Look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. BRICS member China is leading all developing countries to fall under the Belt and Road Initiative for global trade. So, America's globalization is basically toast. You need to pay attention to this because everything we buy is made out of this country. You can't hardly pick up nothing. You can't buy clothes, you can't buy socks, you can't buy technology, everything, so many things are either made outside of the country and imported back into the country, or certain products that are used in some of the things that we purchase are purchased that we use are purchased or sourced from other countries. So this means the things that we buy could go up astronomically, or things that we used to be able to have access to, we could be cut out of, and we don't have access to those things anymore. So this is really important for us to pay attention to, in my opinion. You don't have to, but this is just my opinion. China launched the Belt and Road Initiative a decade ago to help finance developing countries build better infrastructure. Notice the Build Back Better. That's a whole thing. Um, it's really a part of the United Nations and the WEF plan, but they've inserted it into other things. So it seems like it's something original, but really it's a part of this new global order. Excuse me. So it says China launched the Belt and Road Initiative a decade ago to help finance developing countries build better infrastructure, ports, and railways, among others. The initiative is now a success as several countries received loans from China to build better infrastructure for trade. Developing countries now owe China 1.1 trillion in loans through the BRI initiative. China announced early this year that it would build a railroad from the Chinese city of Kashgar to Pakistan's Gwadar port. The cost to build the railroad from Pakistan to China stands at a staggering $58 billion. BRICS country China said that the railroad to Pakistan will be built to reduce dependency on the West for trade. Therefore, BRICS aims to end dependency on the US and the West, which is Europe and Canada and Australia, the white nations, for global trade and dominate the sector locally. Read here to know how many sectors in the US will be impacted if BRICS stops using the dollar. So it says 155 countries now come under the Belt and Road Initiative with China. As of 2023, 155 countries signed the Belt and Road Initiative with China to better their chances of trading freely. The 155 countries constitute 75% of the world's population and account for more than half of the world's GDP, gross domestic product. If BRICS launches a new currency, and if China asks the BRI countries to repay the 1.1 trillion in loans in the new currency, the US dollar will slip into the path of a decline, impacting us. China has not yet weaponized the Belt and Road Initiative, but might use it over the years to challenge the US dollar. On the other hand, BRICS and ASEAN countries are advancing to dethrone the US dollar from the global reserve status. And there you have it. So, buckle up, y'all. It's going to get rough. Again, this is news nobody is talking about, so it's important for us to understand. Now I'm going to go back to this link um, where it says, where it talks about the sectors. So I want to look at the sectors that will be impacted. 10 U.S. sectors to be affected if the BRICS nations stop using the dollar. So those sectors will be: 1, global financial system; 2, banking and finance; 3, energy and commodity markets, which means our utilities, our gas, stuff like that. International trade and investment. That's huge because the U.S. trades with everybody, and everybody trades with us. So that means what we buy will, um, that is made or imported or that's traded. The price of those things will increase for us, and sadly, we don't hardly know what is traded and what comes from other countries. So we just don't know, and we'll be getting sticker shock. And that's including things like car parts for your car. If you own a foreign car, a Kia or a Honda, the parts imported are going to be really expensive if they don't make them here. And even if they make them here, they still may be really expensive, probably unaffordable. Clothing, medication, technology, most of the stuff that we got today uses um, foreign products like computer chips and stuff. So it's a huge deal. Televisions, how many different name brand products are sold here in America that are imported. So it's going to be very interesting times. Capital markets, consumer goods and retail. That's what I'm talking about. Production and consumption, technology and fintech, government and policy, travel and tourism. So that's pretty much everything. They ain't left out nothing except for food production. So it's just crazy. Anywho, it says once the financial markets are hit, the domino effect could roll over to all sectors, leading to a financial catastrophe, which is the goal because that's part of causing the West to fall so the new global order can rise. In conclusion, if the U.S. fails to fund its deficit, prices of all commodities could skyrocket or even reach hyperinflation. So this is why it's very important for you to prep, because once that happens, at least you will have a cushion and have time to try to figure your life out if we're still here, and you'll need to figure out a way to survive. Um, with the hyperinflation. So if you have, resources to put back food and hygiene products, water, basic necessities, you may want to pay up your bills for a little while extra, put some money on your accounts so that if there is hyperinflation, you can account for that. Try to reduce your debt, get rid of things that you don't need. If you got cable, you can get rid of that. If anything that is a luxury, um, find new ways to escape reality. Go to the library and check out videos, get old DVD player, watch DVDs, listen to the radio, listen to music, although all it does is play trash. But in any event, read books, go to the library, get a library card. You can stream services for free through the library. You can find a multitude of methods to reduce your expenses so that when things get hard, it won't be such a challenge to do or you won't feel as though you're missing out on something because you're doing it on your own now. So try to um, plan for with this hyperinflation and this change in economy, because again, once it happens, as you can see, our country is not telling us anything. The whole world is talking to their people, and they're like, it's this petty get back happening, and they're not even moving in silence. They're like telling us what they're going to do, but our media dominates everything, so they're bombarding us with stuff. We got TikTok, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Snapchat. People are fixated on red pill and sex and dysfunction, and we showing fights and protests in the street, just all sorts of things to keep us distracted from this. This is what we need to be paying attention to, and this is what people are not paying attention to. This is what the algorithms will not push out into the atmosphere because they don't want people to know what's coming. So again, there are watchmen everywhere sounding the alarm, and people are just not paying attention. I don't know what to say. I can't scream it anymore. I can't scream any louder. And I'm getting exhausted, but I'm going to keep doing it. I just pray the Most High, gives us the patience and the strength to continue to do this. But, these are the things that are going to cause people misery because they will have had an opportunity to do things to take care of themselves and they didn't do that. And so what's going to happen is when you can't take care of yourself, you're going to be going to the government. And what's going to happen when you go to the government? You're going to have to get that digital wallet. You're going to have to get that digital ID in order to get bread, because you're going to be wanting to go to the bread line. Well, to go to the bread line, you're going to have to show some papers. But there may be a season if we have an EMP strike, or if there is a cyber attack in your area, or if there's just an attack on critical infrastructure, you won't even have the government available to come do anything for you. What are you going to do? So you got to prep. You got to prepare for what's coming. There are all sorts of things that um, could happen and are likely to happen because we're in a season of chaos, and that's where they want us. So you got to have a mind. You almost got to think like you're in a war, and you got to think how your enemy is thinking so that you can counter anything they have planned for you. And I know everybody don't have the capacity to do that. I have the capacity to do it. Really, I hate it. But the Most High gave me this gift, and I am going to share it and use it to help my people, to help anybody who can hear the sound of my voice try to figure out how they are going to survive. But you gotta prepare. Um, you got to prepare, and you got to prepare people around you, because you're not going to be able to save everybody. And some people need to be doing more than they're doing so that you won't have all that burden on you when the time comes for you to use your gifts, talents, skills, and abilities to navigate through all this planned chaos in order to transition into this new system. So, again, the BRICS nations are planning on or have already signed the Belt and Road Initiative with China, which means, it's just another kick in the gut, but it's a sure nail in the coffin of America. We are going down, and we're going down real fast. I think everything is strategic and planned. And again, we are going to be collateral damage. So we are already poor. We already don't have nothing. So now's the time to be working together with your people in your community, with your family, and trying to plan for how you're going to navigate these times. You better learn how to grow you some food, get you some netting, get you some fences, um, get you some seeds, get you some BB guns, so you can hunt, or learn how to live off the land. Get you some books and learn how to live holistically and get back to the basics. But you're gonna have to do something because you might not be able to afford anything but your mortgage. You may not be able to afford anything but a car payment. You might not be able to afford, anything but your light bill if your property is paid for. Maybe you can only afford your property taxes. We don't know what times are going to be like, but they are going to be hard. So think about that. Look at what happened during the Great Depression and after, and try to figure this stuff out. Hopefully, we are not here, but we still got to live until we leave here. So let us try to do what we got to do in order to navigate these evil, wicked times. All right, y'all, this is Marla K. Keep hope alive. Use this as a data point. Let's have faith, not fear. Knowing is half the battle, and we are here to get knowledge so that we can make good choices. And that's what it's all about. All right, this is Marla K, and I'm out.